Hi, welcome to this lecture. So in this lecture we are going to find the sample space or the total number of outcomes and favorable outcomes. So we have already discussed about terminology before, but I will keep repeating it within the lecture itself to make sure that the concept is pretty much clear in terms of example also. So let's get started with the actual questions. So here the question is, find the sample space and total number of outcomes when a dice is rolled. So this is very simple, pretty simple. But why I want to start with simple things is that sometimes we feel these are quite simple and doesn't have any significance. But when you go to the higher problems or little difficult problems, then the confusion start. So if you are fundamentally strong, things will fall into place even if you go to a higher level problems. Okay, so we'll get started with all fundamental things first, go step by step, and then go to some higher degree problems. The question is, find a sample space and the total number of outcomes when a dice is rolled. So of course, when you roll a dice, what will happen is that either it will give me 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Am I correct? Anything other than this are you going to get? No, right? You can never get 0, you can never get 7, or you can never get 1 and 2, you can never get 3 and 4, you can never get 2 and 5, right? So why I'm giving you so many options is that sometimes you might think that can't it happen? Okay, are there only 6 outcomes? Sometimes that kind of confusion comes. Okay, I'm not talking about rolling a dice is a simple event, but when we go to some of the events which we are not so familiar about, this kind of question comes. So I know probability is little confusing, but it actually expands our horizon of thinking. So how we visualize the things, it increases that, and that is what actually is the intention of looking into different kind of problems. Okay, so let's go ahead with this. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is this? This is my sample space. So what do we mean by sample space? Sample space is the collection of events or the outcomes that can happen. Okay, I forgot a word, all the outcomes. Okay, not some specific outcomes. Sample space is the collection of all the outcomes or all the events that can happen. So these are all the events or the outcomes can happen when I roll a dice. So this is my sample space, and how many or what is the number of outcomes it happens? Of course it is 6 outcomes. I hope this is clear. Let's go to the next question. So here it says, find the sample space and the total number of outcomes when a coin is tossed. This is very simple, right? So when a coin is tossed, I will get either a head or a tail, right? Nothing else can happen beyond this. So this is my sample space. And what is my number of outcomes? In this case, number of outcomes is 2, right? So 1, 2. Okay, I hope this is clear. So if you have any questions what we have discussed till now, please feel very free to put the question. I'm here to help you out and make sure that you understand the basic of probability in a very good way. Okay, when I started with probability, I was not taught in this way. There are some of the things like, okay, we have a set, we have a collection of events and things like that. So I was little confused. So this is my attempt to make sure that you understand it in a better way. Okay, please put a question if you have anything. Let's see in the next lecture, we'll just increase the level of difficulty in the question and then we will try to solve it. Thank you.